Hello, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me here today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of next 4 weeks with a material overview. We're going to see the opportunities, money, abundance, resources coming your way. And this can be even about school, if you want to go to school. We're going to see what's showing up. I'm going to start out with a tarot. I'm going to start out with the coffee cup first, and then I'm going to move on to your tarot. I also have here, that's what I was going to tell you actually. I pulled a random card without looking what it is, and I put it inside of this instant magic oracle, which is going to give us guidance about what's happening deep down. Maybe there are things that you're not seeing, okay? By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. That way we can continue to grow and shine together. Let's start out with the coffee cup. Let's open it up and see what's inside. And by the way, I want to talk about, my daughter actually started school today, and I went to pick up some school supplies for her. So many fun stuff they have. I always loved school supplies, like the erasers and the pencils and the mechanical pens and stuff. But nowadays they have amazing things like they didn't have it back then, my time, and I love all that stuff. So I picked up some of bunny pencils for myself too. I see there's a pathway opening here for you. Okay, this is the second week timeline. And this is like a mental pathway because you see it's not a road. There's like tears of joy here. And this is like an up button, down button, maybe an elevator is actually going to elevate you to a higher level. It can be if you're working in a building, maybe higher levels are the promoted levels. It can be also going into that kind of elevator, maybe experiencing, first of all, seeing, smelling the air, and then maybe applying for it and getting that. But it is showing up here for you. I want to see if there's a legal paper here. I see something towards the end of the month. There's two gateways right on the sides of them. Kind of looks like horseshoe actually, which I'm going to do a horseshoe spread today. And we have a person surprise. You can see it's mouth is her, I'm gonna say, because she's wearing an earring and she's surprised, but also this shapes like a V, which is your victory. So this can be you maybe even getting surprised. Taurus, you don't tend to get surprised. The Tauruses that I know, they don't tend to get surprised by changes in life, or like they are all in expectations of all kinds of things, and they are in acceptance of the things happening. So this can be somebody else that is getting surprised at what's happening in your life, okay? Another thing I see here is they're actually earrings, kind of reminds me of the hand of Fatima. I think that's what it is, which is a protective symbol. So this can be a person, maybe even like being protective of you. But the thing is, though, maybe they're thinking that if you expand, if you grow, if you get more responsibility on a higher level, receive more, that's going to actually put you in danger. That's why they might actually feel, oh, why did she or he do that? Why are they upgrading? This can be someone maybe wants to keep you where you are, not with negative intention, but because of the idea that they think that they need to protect you. Okay, but that may have in the past caused stagnancy. Maybe because you have taken advice from this person, you might have been like in the same place for a while now. That's why I feel like here this is a new upgrade and like to above her. So she might really get surprised to that, but this doesn't mean that they had negative intentions. Horseshoe is always a good omen. This can be travel, opportunity coming your way. This also looks like a gateway. This can even be like a higher dimension, a better stable job, or an environment that supports you fully, okay? I'm going to open up I forgot the card here because when I dive inside the cup, I usually forget about this stuff that I put on the side, but keep your eyes on the prizes, not only one, both, a lot of. We have here a beautiful eye looking at us. We have the Two of Swords. Okay, this is a very deep card. Actually, I started renewing my tarot knowledge recently, and like I started to see symbols because I was missing a lot of things. You see all these two swords actually representative of the decisions that you need to make. And this needs to be a logical decision. We have the clouds on the background, but still there's light. So this is a situation that you're in, probably, that when you make a decision, everything is going to be better. You're going to be able to see that the water is calm. You might have some obstacles along the way, but you're going to be able to overcome them really easily. Taurus, maybe this is something that is a life-changing decision. When you make it, I see that your mind might be actually split up into two because you have two good options in your hand and you don't want to miss one or the other. However, it seems like here, this is going to be a tough decision. You are sitting here on a chair that is solid, kind of looks like a marble, and it is going to be a tough decision. You're in a tough place right now. But the thing is, though, either way, because the waters are calm, either way, it's going to work out for you, okay? It is going to be for your highest good. This can be even one, take care of the one, then the other will take care of itself, kind of a situation, okay? Let's see what else is in here. I see a letter F can be in someone's first name or the last name. Kind of see a mountain here too, like a volcano under this. Kind of looks like R when I was zoom into the volcano. This seems like towards the end of the month, the 4th week. I see the volcano. This can be like passion, because fire is passion, something that you're passionate about just popping out of nowhere, showing up. And which is a good omen here because it's right next to the letter V. So after the victory, you do something successful here. Another thing I have here, there's like a kind of like a shrimp climbing upwards here on a hill. Shrimps, they can multiply really fast. So this can be also like your small opportunity, small seed, small animal that you're feeding, whatever that however you can take it, you can take it actually. And so it is actually going to climb up the stairs and grow really big and expand. So if this is an idea that you put on the side, I see that you're growing, feeding it already, that you're working on it. And I feel like you're not going to really give up on that. And it's carrying a person on its back. So you might be, that's the part that you're doubtful. Maybe you're carrying a person on your back while you are working on the project. But the thing is, though, that person is also a necessary evil. Maybe you need to carry this person to a certain place. So you can, that can open the gateways here. And when the gateway is open, then you can drop it. Okay? I know it sounds a little bit like, working behind someone, but I feel like you're going to be carrying them to a certain place already. Maybe they're not really capable of getting there by themselves. So with your support, they're going to get to that space. I see there's a woman here. She's actually holding a sword in her hand. This can be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, somewhat logical. And there's like a grandmother over her. This can be someone maybe you know through your grandmother or a grandmother energy they have. Grandmother is maybe like a spiritual experience, some spiritual experience called grandmother as well. Maybe something is calling you at this time. I know this is about material things, but you don't have to go ahead and do experience. But I feel like this is about money is connecting to spirituality here. Some of you might be actually doing spiritual work to make money. It seems like it is going to get advanced during this month, especially within the 2nd week. Or this can be you understanding if there's a blockage, it's not flowing the way you want it to be. The grandmother can come into the dreams as well. If you go into the sleep with intention to understand why it's not really getting to the level that you want it to be, she's right here to deliver the message. The thing though, the message can be delivered through grandmother to a female figure, maybe a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe someone legal. And that information, she's sitting on like a chunk of money. Through you're going to receive what you need to do, okay? So that's why without judgment, listening to everyone this month is very important. Another thing I see here is a symbol of Aries, which is fire, which I did a reading about Saturn and Neptune in Aries. For the next 2 years, there's going to be affecting us. It's not like I'm heavy on astrology, but this is about knowing the energies. So, some people might think that the planets are not really matter, but even the moon can affect. Moon messes me up, first of all. Like, I don't know, I have water in my chart. So if you have water, if you get affected by a moon, you probably get affected by other planetary movements as well. And if you have been going through a massive transition since the May of this year, it is going to keep accelerating. And I feel like here the Aries energy, passion, action is going to be extremely active, especially this month in your life. And tomorrow is actually going to be a 999 alignment. And 9 is enlightenment. And with that energy, you might even get a small or a massive enlightenment, understanding why certain things are not really working. And this will give you the chance to fix it. And I see that you're conversating with someone, and that person might be a key component here, an inspiration for you, okay? I see that you're riding a horse, there are two people actually riding a chariot, basically. This third week, you might really get the chance to come together with a soulmate. I see letter E here, came in their first name or the last name, like Erica, Serena, Selena, and you are riding this ride together. I see a feminine and a masculine figure, and you both wearing helmets, which means you're protected. And there's an apple here. This can be something that you're passionate about with this partner, this friend. You're actually riding towards the sunshine, okay? Another thing I see on the bottom, there's a fish right there, and inside of the fish there's a crab. Crab can be Cancer, can be a water sign who's close to you. And inside of the fish can be Pisces, but most of the time, fish indicates money. And this person might have some money for you, or maybe have a formula that you can use to bring some money into your life, quick money, fast money that you're needing at this moment. So you can have a conversation. If you have a Cancer in your life, have a conversation with them. Cancer also is the month of end of June and July. That can, if something actually clicks there when you hear these months, maybe there's someone that you met during these months, you might need to maybe get back in touch with them. And then we see the victory and the gateway opening here. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. A massive crowd in your heart space and a crescent moon forming. Crescent moon is a legal accomplishment, governmental success, and institutional approval. I see here your desire on the third flip actually worked out. So you cannot give up on this one. This is working out. If this is something that I see the upset face right here, maybe you tried a couple times already, it's not working, you might tend to give up on that. But the thing is though, the upset face actually formed by the desire wish fulfilled. So there might be someone who's not going to be happy when you achieve success here. Maybe you don't want to step on their toes. That's why you're being hesitant. You're not really walking to this subject, this thing, full force, okay? You're not riding the chariot full force, okay? You're going too slowly. So that kind of a vision came to me right now, like you're going through a wooden door of maybe a gateway and riding the chariot, but because the chariot is slow, you couldn't actually knock the door down. If the chariot was fast, you're heading towards it full force with a passion and taking necessary all kinds of action. You're knocking, like it's just two different scenes just popping in front of my eyes. You're knocking the door down, okay? Like the one with the chariot here, which that's how you're going to enter into that space, okay? This doesn't mean being aggressive. It doesn't mean that. It means that going with a passion, optimism, knowing that this is yours. And whoever gets upset, they'll get upset. Maybe you're working in a company and like aiming for somebody else's position. There's a second desire coming forth here. I see letter R as like Ronald, A as like Amanda. So there are tears of joy coming forward. There's a second desire even being fulfilled when you ride the chariot into that door, gateway, okay? There's a crowd in your heart space. I mentioned in the crowd, I see here someone smiling with a little bit of hair. The hair looks like fire here. Fire can be in the Aries or Sagittarius, someone younger maybe, a baby brother or a younger sister. They're also showing up in your heart space. They might come in for help or maybe for some fun, enjoyment, some like spending some time together to, boost, really give some energy or inspiration to you. We're going to do the horseshoe spread this time, and we're going to start with the past energies. Let's see. Oh, the sun is good. I love the sun. It seems like here you're overall having a good time, okay? This month especially, the things maybe started very optimistically. Comment down below. You can let me know. And this is in tendency for sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So if this doesn't, the sun doesn't really align with you, maybe you can check out the other ones. But I feel like overall, like you are in a good place in life. You're not really in despair or in need of like a super accelerated support. It seems like it is already there, okay, that you're feeling it. But the thing is, in the present moment, I feel like you have so many things. Some things are weighing you down, okay? Even though you had the time and optimism, you had a lot of fun, but now this time with the 10 of Wands energy, you may have grabbed more than you can chew, or maybe you have actually put a lot of on your back that is weighing you down. Okay, let's see what's going to come in the future. You can now, what you can do is start planning out a better option for yourself. Okay, writing it down, what you truly desire, what kind of an environment that you want to work at, what kind of income you want to have, and how do you want it to flow to you, weekly, monthly, whatever it is. Because it seems like your 2 of Wands energy is planning energy, and you need to start planning some things down. You cannot just wait for randomly the things to be delivered, because when you're like, you don't have specific desires and you don't have specific things written down, like 2 of Swords moment, you didn't decide what you want, the universe is just going to roll the dice and give it to you something random, okay? That's why I want to see your energy. You are in the 9 of Wands position, guys. What's happening here? I read Aquarius. If any of you have Aquarius in your chart, the same cards almost came right there. You are in a defense mode. Maybe you have already worked a lot on what you have created. Now you're working a lot and you're thinking, I need to protect what I have. I cannot go over this. I cannot go over budget. Maybe that's how you're feeling right now. Okay, because you hardly made what you have made. Now you're not really giving yourself the space to make new plans. Okay. Let's see another information. Another information is Ace of Pentacles, guys. Ace of Pentacles is a new financial endeavor, a new beginning, a new home. It's on the horizon, okay? It's on the horizon. This is something that you need to know. If you can relax into the moment, you're going to be able to see the opportunities. But 9 of Swords says, no, I'm not relaxing. I am really intense. I'm fearful the things are not going to go right. I can feel that because we are really in a financial, globally bleak, wherever around the world. Rich gets richer, but the things are not really getting cheaper. Nothing is getting cheaper, especially in this economy. So that's why maybe you're having all these fears, and this is your challenge this time. This is your challenge to overcome this fear, okay? And maybe even prepare yourself, like get ready for a better future, okay? Prepare yourself for that, because what you think about, you bring about. If you focus on the things are not really going right, they're not going to go right. I want to see the final outcome. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is, maybe this is the thing. Now it makes so much sense. 5 of Swords is like winning the war at all costs. Maybe you're thinking, I need to fight this off, teeth and bone. I need to become victorious here. There's no other way around. This is how life goes. This is how you obtain material stuff, okay? That's what the 5 of Swords energy is. That's why I can feel that you're defensive. You're feeling like you need to be very mindful with what's in your hand. But the thing is, the opportunity is right here, guys. The opportunity is showing up, because maybe you're feeling like you have to really fight for this. That can create also procrastination, because nobody wants to fight. Fight is not in human nature. The world is, I want to see further. There is a change coming, okay? This was a cycle in your life, okay? Feeling happy, but then putting on many responsibilities on your back, making new plans, but then trying to protect what you have created, seeing the new opportunities, but being fearful that there's going to be a lot of different obstacles coming your way, and maybe even doing things in a way you don't really want to go away, like you want, not in a gentle way, basically. But I feel with the World card here, you're in this cycle. You're right here. You have control over the situation, and you're ending this cycle now. This is coming to an end. This is the end of your journey, and the Wheel of Fortune cannot be better than that. Is actually going to start turning. This is the cycle ending, a new beginning coming, and you're going to be able to actually receive your heart's desire the way you prefer it to come to you. It's aligning with the Ace of Pentacles, which I love that energy for you. For this timeline, I want to pull a beautiful oracle animal. Keep your eyes on the prize. That was your message. That I want to check it again, because if you're even seeing nightmares here, thinking about the worst thing can happen, this is basically telling you, focus on your clear goal. Okay? Do not get disturbed by other people's opinions or what's happening around you. The animal wants the deer spirit bring a gentle touch, aligned with Five of Swords perfectly. So if you're feeling like, or thinking that everything has to be very forceful, you need to work hard to make things happen, the deer spirit, you can see deers, by the way, you can watch a documentary about them, how they operate, and it is going to bring gentleness into the material satisfaction for this month. Okay, it is going to bring some gentle attitude, and the more you feel that gentleness in your heart, the more you're going to connect with their energy. Okay, let's see what's activating in your life at this time. What are we activating? Miracle. I love that. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. So miracle becomes a miracle. Oh, this is, by the way, this makes 9. I was thinking 999. So the miracle supports our belief in ourselves. When you start to see the miracles happening to you and the desires of yours becoming as miracles, you're going to start to believe that it's possible, which, yeah, develops a trust to the source, the creator of all that is, the God energy. Okay, so tap into more of that and be gentle with yourself. And there's always a better way to handle things, okay? For this month especially. All right, beautifuls, that's all for today. I would like to thank you for being here, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.